Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Today is Saturday the 13th, and it's another exciting moment with Saturday Cup of Joe with Bill and Lim. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Wow, I'm getting text messages as we speak from excited people all around the world. I had a great week. Bill, come on, man. How you doing, buddy? Talk to us.
Good morning. I'm great, man. It's been a great week. Gets better every day.
It's been a very busy week for us. It's crazy.
Very busy.
I kind of went back and I looked at all the things we did this week, and I was thinking, no wonder I got sick. I'm just moving and moving and moving. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. Oh, my goodness. Yes, as you notice, I have my Bah Humbug hat on. I'm not a grouch. I just put this on just because it's funny, because I used to be like this. Last night, it's funny, I was in Walmart and I was buying a new razor, new Gillette razor, one of those new kind, and this lady in front of me had some, I think she was having issues paying for her groceries or something. I don't know. She had those electronic cards. I'm not sure what that is. But the cashier was like, ma'am, I need like such and such, such and such. And I was in such a hurry. I was like, really? So I was like, just go. I'll pay for it. And just add this, you know. I was ready to get home. Her and her daughter, they looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, no, really. I'm ready to go. It's okay. You can go. Merry Christmas. And then I had this on my head. You know?
That's even funnier.
Yeah, it was nuts, man. It was nuts. Oh, my goodness. All right, awesome. So, guys, we are bringing on a buddy of ours who we've known for a while now. He started out with us doing the Hangouts and Masterminds back in the day. Man, it's just so many of these guys I keep forgetting about. But I knew Tom. Tom has been with us for a while, and I still talk to Tom like almost every other day, which is crazy. So I want to introduce everyone to Mr. Tom Pricarello. He's our buddy, our brother from another mother. What's up, Tom?
Morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Very good, very good.
Very good. How's the weather in Toledo or wherever you are?
We're just above freezing, so we don't have any freezing fog today.
Last night he was telling me about some freezing fog, and I was like, what the heck is that? I don't know anything about freezing fog.
Just run right into it. Boom.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well, a lot of you guys realize that I normally bring my inner circle in to you guys, and I want to try to give you the best, and that is what separates Bill and I from all the other groups that you're probably a part of, and you know by now this is an extra that you get from us, and we always want to give you a lot of value. So we're going to give you a lot of value today. Tom and I are going to talk about a lot of stuff, and first thing we're going to talk about is fundraising, how you can make money with fundraising. Tom, tell us a little bit about that, man.
Yeah, Lem, I've actually been doing fundraising for several years now, and as you know, I used to be a soccer coach at the college level, coaching now at the high school level, and one of the things that we always have is a need for funds, and it kind of brought me into the business, and we actually have a great fundraiser that works as a door opener to get you to talk about your marketing business to businesses by basically giving away free advertising. I'm working on one right now, and I just love doing this one where I basically go into advertisers and I offer them the opportunity to advertise with me for free. They don't mind that when they hear it's for free, so it really works as a great door opener.
I'd be like, where do I sign?
If you could believe it, there's actually some people that don't like it, and you know they're far and few between, but there's some out there. But it does happen.
Right.
And it's basically, Lem, you know how if we can, we've heard in business that if we can create a win-win situation, that's the best situations out there.
Okay, time out, everybody. I want you to notice what he just did there, okay? Like I said, we'll get off topic a little bit, but did y'all realize what he just said? He put me in a position to say yes. And this is one of those things that I get from Tom that y'all don't realize. I take all the things from my mastermind buddies and I use it in the marketing group, and these guys think I'm geniuses out there. And I'm like, no, I'm just using it from my buddies who taught me, you know. But go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
So, Lem, you know how in business we've been taught that a win-win situation is the best situation out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, this fundraising, it's not a win-win situation. It's a win-win-win-win situation. So when you put 4 wins together, it's just so powerful. So let me kind of describe this, what we do. And the fundraiser, it's a discount card fundraiser. You've seen them. There's 20 merchants on the back of it, and they offer a discount, whether it's a percentage off or a dollar off. So this is how it's a win-win-win-win situation. When we sell one of these programs, you end up going in and we give advertising for free for the advertiser. It's a win for them. They generate more business. What we're also doing is we've got great pricing that we're beating other companies out there. So now it's a win for the organization that's doing the fundraiser. They're able to make more money. They're able to put more money in their pockets. So they win. The third win that we have is the consumer that wins because they're actually saving on everyday purchases, going about the regular business, going to restaurants, and saving money. So they win. And then the final win is the person who sets up the fundraiser because it's highly profitable.
That seems kind of interesting because, in a way, you're going in, and I'm thinking about what's going to happen after you've done the fundraiser and have kind of, had a lot of rapport with you and you've worked with them and actually raised money with them. I'm sure there's another part to that where you're able to, actually come back later on and say, hey, I know you guys are not doing much of this and that. And that's just the sneaky part on my part, I don't know if you have done that, but that's just my part on that,
Well, as you mentioned, Lem, it's just a great means of getting in with the advertisers. You're going in, you're not threatening them. It's a free service that you're offering them. You're building rapport, and now you've gained the gift of reciprocity that they want to do business with you because you've generated business for them. So it does end up being a great door opener, as well as you may have some people in the organization that you work with that have their own businesses, and you develop that rapport there also. But
awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
Definitely one. Actually, Lem, I've actually got something, another service that we kind of tie with this fundraiser that I would be ventured out to say that 99.9% of the brick and mortars actually use this service currently, and you actually have that ability to offer this too. It's another service that I would bet you most of the people don't even have in their bag.
And you're not going to tell us what it is?
The service is actually printing.
I mean, you don't have to, but you kind of give a little brief overview. Nothing too much,
No, the service is printing. So whether they're
Right.
printing letterhead, they're printing any kind of mailers, any kind of mail, anything that's printed, you can actually have that service. And I actually have a way of showing you how you can kind of profit on that too.
That's funny because there's like several clients of mine who do a lot of those things. And I've never ever thought to step in and take over that because that's just not where I'm at. But now that you mention that, wow, I can actually send everybody business if they were doing that,
Yep.
Or do it myself.
Exactly. So with the fundraising card, a lot of people, groups, businesses that you'll talk to might be restaurants, golf courses, the ice cream shop, coffee shops, places like that, oil change. So you haven't necessarily a specific niche that you're looking for, those businesses that look for a repeat purchase. But by having the print-in option, like I said, you can go to 99.9% of the brick and mortars out there and be able to offer this service. And you don't have to get your hands dirty with ink or anything like that. You basically just are the middleman with a markup on a product that they're using and probably getting it for them cheaper than they're currently paying.
Now, speaking of the word middleman, you and I were talking about this last night, how it just makes sense to be the middleman, not have to worry about anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's so many services that you see out there that it's so easy to be the middleman, and there's great profit in being the middleman. And you don't have to worry about fulfillment. You've got a company that basically handles the fulfillment for you. I've got a fundraiser that I'm doing right now with a company. It's actually a soccer club, and it's funny because we're looking at a fundraiser, and it was a fundraiser that I had in my fundraising tool bag, and my supplier ended up dragging his feet and never got back to me with information. So what I ended up doing is, it's like, okay, well, let's cut them out, and I ended up going to Alibaba, and we can kind of talk about that, and finding my own supplier in China.
Every time I hear that word, I think something like Alibaba.
A little genie will pop out.
Yes, Alibaba, and boom. What is your wish?
But now, what I was able to do is kind of successfully go through the. If anyone's not familiar with Alibaba, they had the initial public offering about 3 months ago. It was the hugest. It was the biggest public offering ever by a company here in the States. They're similar to Amazon, but over in China. But they have the ability to connect you with suppliers. So I ended up connecting with about 6 different suppliers where I was able to get costing on the product and basically do everything by email. The only problem you have with China is it's about 13 hours ahead of us Eastern time, so you have to be on Bill's schedule there, and start talking to him about midnight, 1 in the morning. But I was able to do this, and within a week, solve my sourcing issue, cut the middleman out, and increase my profit.
So, a normal, everyday person who's just, how hard would it be to do what you're talking about? I mean, especially, just go from there.
It's pretty easy, but there's some areas that you really want to be aware of, and it was things that kind of had me worried. You're dealing with China. What's the communication issue going to be like? Well, a lot of that was email, so that was taken care of. That wasn't a problem. One of the things that worried me is just simply sending money over to a supplier to order a product that I had no knowledge. Is this a good supplier, a bad supplier? Will they just take my money and run with it? But there's several ways that you can kind of go about doing this and safeguard yourself so that you don't have to worry about that.
Now, Bill and I know about people taking our money and running with it. Trust me. Woo! We just got handled not too long ago, which is all good. It's all good. Anyway, it's just what to be expected. But do you give a pretty good amount of time to, respond just in case?
Yeah, some are going to respond quicker than others. Typically, when I sent out the request for proposal, I ended up getting responses back probably within 12 to 24 hours from them. And then just the dialogue from there, kind of seeing where the costing was and seeing the products that they had, were the determinants that I decided who I was going to go further with. Once I actually decided which supplier I was going to go with, they got a sample, pictures of a sample to me within 3 days. And then from there, actually ordering, I should have product in hand within about a week. So obviously it's going to vary by different suppliers.
Okay. So let's talk about the money-making side of this fundraising, because I know there's a lot of people out there who doesn't really realize this, but when I used to be a coach, and that's weird when I say that now, because I was talking to the wife last night, and she was like on the floor, had her legs up, nothing, don't get it twisted, y'all. Anyway, and she's like pushed my feet down. I was like, yeah, I was stretching. I was like, what do you think this is? Because I had my notepad, my tablet in one hand, and I was like doing that. She's like, God, aren't you a coach? I was like, no, I'm not a coach anymore. But anyway.
Sure you are. You still coach Saturday mornings.
Well, all right, that's true. When I used to coach, I remember there would be people who would come in the gym and would do fundraisers for the gym, and they would go with that supplier each and every year. And it was like that's their thing. That's what they would do. And I thought, why would they go with the same person every year? But at the same time, I guess they were making money and also making the gym money with the fundraiser, and then all of a sudden it started making sense to me. I was like, oh, dumb. I wouldn't have frame of mind back then, in that frame of mind back then. Now I totally understand. Tell us a little bit about that, Tom.
So what we end up doing with the discount cards, again, we said with the advertisers, we bring them on board for free. They offer a discount. They generate more business. And where we make money on this and what we end up doing is by getting the businesses to become part of the card, and then with the design and the printing of the card. The profit margin on this, from my perspective, is I pay approximately 30 cents a card, and I'm charging organizations $3 a card. So I'm making $2.70 a card. If they're ordering about 1,000, my prices go down as they order more cards.
Right.
But as they order more cards, my workload is no different than if they ordered fewer cards. So it works out real easy that way. And I'm a big believer. They say in the stock market, bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. And that's the philosophy I take with this. I don't need to make a lot of money compared to some other companies that charge them $5 a card. I'd rather have $3 a card, make $2.70. I'm still making a good profit, and have an organization with me for years that they do this.
Now let's role play real quick. How would you convince me to do this, Tom? Go ahead, do your thing.
Are you a business owner, or are you a...
I'm a business owner. You know I am.
Lemmy, I've got a advertising program here that I could put you in for free. You like advertising programs that are for free, don't you?
Well, maybe, but yeah, I mean, how free is it? Is it free?
It's free. I mean, all you have to do is, you basically give me a discount, and we'll offer this to our consumers that are purchasing it, and they'll come in and generate more business. You like more business, don't you?
Oh, man, I love more businesses. Yeah, I do.
Oh, great. We can do that. Not a problem. Do you do any couponing or discounting right now?
No, I'm not doing any couponing or discounting right now.
Oh, not a problem. We could actually come up with something. Obviously your food's great here at this restaurant. I see you eating here every day and posting these pictures of these great meals that you're having.
Are you trying to say I'm fat, sir?
Hey, one thing I've been taught is you don't trust the skinny chef.
There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So
That's
yeah,
good.
what we could do is we'll put you on the back of the card here. And the other thing that you actually get with this, Lem, is you're going to get your face out there with great community involvement. You want to be seen positive in the community, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I see you shaking your head. Yes, making me shake my head. Yes, that's good stuff.
That's so funny.
Bill, he mentioned Alibaba a while ago. I thought I heard you saying that the other day also, right?
Yeah, Alibaba's a really good place. If you're looking to do physical products, you just have to watch out for scammers, obviously. But there was a guy that actually did a course on importing and exporting, and the basic rules. I mean, and if any of you guys want to know more about Alibaba, there's 3 basic rules that you just follow, and as long as you follow them, you won't get scammed. But it's a great place to find everything you can possibly imagine. Everything. Like anything you can imagine, you can order from Alibaba, and then you can turn around and flip it. So, and it's dirt cheap most of the time.
That's good. So, Tom, I mean, that kind of brings back to what you were saying. I mean, golly. Were you doing this back then, or did you just pick up Alibaba just recently, Tom?
I just picked it up recently when I had problems with my supplier that I was using for this one fundraiser. And I knew about it, but I never really did anything with it. And then when I saw what the true cost was, I was just amazed. And, it's leading to me. What I actually offer is custom designed soccer scarves. You'll see these if you watch any of the international soccer matches. All the clubs have them. All their fans have them. And we were offering this to a club here in the States. And in seeing the prices, I think I'm actually probably going to be putting together a website for this and going even more heavily aggressively into the soccer scarves.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Listen to this and actually hearing you talk about this for a while, I mean, there's so many places that you can go in and offer this to, especially, I'm not trying to get people to go to that normal attorneys, but attorneys spend a lot of money on junk, and they just want their name out there, and they do a lot of promotional things, and I think they would be very, receptive to doing something like this. Or, I mean, like I said, gyms, companies like that, when you're outside, you see pencils, and they're always giving away pencils and stuff. Like, do you really want the world to write? Is that what you really want? I don't get it. You name it. Cups. I mean, fundraisers. I mean, God, man, there's so much. What is the fun? What is that ability? What kind of industry is that? Has anyone put a number on that yet?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, when you see it out there, I mean, the promotional activity. And actually, you said all the little types of products that you have, too. Add to that, apparel, where you have companies putting on their name on apparel, on shirts, sweatshirts, everything there. And now you've really increased the customization business.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I've got a company that I work with in dealing with apparel Lem, that they came about years ago when I was doing Yellow Page advertising. We made a relationship there, and I've had probably 5 orders for them this year between shirts, sweatshirts, hats, everything there. And again, I'm just the middleman. I've got a person that does the embroidery or the silk screening. I purchase from a wholesaler. I mark up the price. I give them a good price. I make my profit there, and they love it.
That's the great thing about that. You control your own destiny with that. You're like, this is my price. Here you go. I'm like, okay. So that's an elevator pitch. Somebody's like, hey, what do you do? I'm a middleman. They're like, what? I'm a bona fide middleman. Awesome. Bill, you have anything you want to add before I move on?
No, I mean, that's it. Like Tom said, I mean, the fundraising business is one of the biggest businesses. It still is. And it's going to continue to be over the years because there's so many different, everything from nonprofits to you name it.
I didn't even think about that. Nonprofits? Man.
There you go.
Hey, Lev, you know what's awesome about the fundraising business?
What's that?
It's recession-proof.
True.
When times are hard, organizations need to fundraise more. When times are good, the consumer will spend more on fundraising products. So the discount card is one that I don't care what kind of environment's out there. Do people like to save money? Sure, they like to save money, especially if they can save money on the activities that they're usually doing. Right. On our discount card that we're working on right now, I'll have 3 golf courses that have a buy one, get one free of greens fees. If you use that card once, you've paid for the card. Does it make sense? Yeah. If times are hard, do they still want to go golfing? Yeah, now they can do it more affordably. If times are good, they can still do it. So it's a recession-proof industry.
Okay. Shout out to Rebecca Happy. She just did something really weird. I don't know how she did that, but you were awesome, girl. That was strange. It totally threw me off. I'm sorry, Tom. Okay. Wow. What was I going to ask you next? Is this something that you would have to do? I mean, how is this something that you would want to do like every other month, or is there a certain every quarter? I mean, how do you do this?
The easiest way of dealing with it on the discount cards is dealing in your local area. I've done discount card fundraisers locally, and I've done them out of state. And the problem that you have with out of state is you do a lot of chasing around to get the agreement, whether it be by email or phone or fax. I prefer just being able to walk in and meet with the business owner and kind of talk with them and get everything done right there, on a handshake. So it ends up being a lot quicker. I live in a town of about 35,000, and we're working on a bigger one right now. But surrounding me are probably 5 different school districts that I could be in within about 10 minutes. So now, are there other organizations? Are there other clubs, teams, or whatever that could potentially use the discount card? Absolutely. And now the great thing about this is after I set one up, I've got my stock supply of advertisers that I go to, and I say, okay, I'm doing a card for this club. Would you like to be on it? And their response is, yeah. So typically I'll have 3/4, if not more, of my advertisers will go on a different card, and now it's just being sold to different markets. So it's a different front cover on the card. It's designed for the organization, but a lot of the advertisers are the same on different cards, but people that are in different circles, they don't necessarily see those other cards that are out there. So you could do it as often as you want.
That's some good information, my man.
Wow.
And on this one that I'm working on right now, we haven't finalized the number of cards that they're going to be ordering, but my profit on it should end up being probably between $1,700 and $3,000.
That's good. That's good. Being the middleman.
Being the middleman.
You can do that. I mean, I can see now. I can set one up here in Dallas. I can set one up here in Irving, Arlington, and just let it go by itself. Being the middleman.
How many school districts do you have in there in Dallas?
Oh my goodness!
You can set one up in every single school district.
Every school district, and just be like good for a couple of months, just sitting there doing nothing.
And then now you've got the relationship with those business owners that you can go in and offer other marketing products.
That's true. That is true. Wow. Didn't even think about that. See, there are so many angles to marketing that we just haven't even tapped. You mean? It's just so much out there. You don't know until you know, until someone comes along and say, hey, did you know about this? You're like, what? Nuh-uh. Oh, my goodness. So we're going to shift over a little bit, Tom, because a lot of people probably just think that, you know, you're just this fundraiser guy, but we all started just about the same place, you know. He's a video marketer. He does all the rankings. He used to do all of that stuff. He knows the basics of it, you know. Tom got into doing a lot of car dealership stuff, and he took it from there. I mean, he got big into approaching car dealerships with services and all that. He's also a PPC expert when it comes to paid traffic when he's helping his car dealership. Tell us a little bit about that, man.
We're doing some things. I actually work with probably the biggest buy here, pay here car dealer in the state of Ohio. And they have, on a good time, when they get into income tax season, they'll have about 700 cars on the lot. And it's huge. We've developed a friendship with the owner. He's an entrepreneur also. He does several other businesses too. And he involves me in his marketing. He'll cancel other marketing and call me, ask me if I'll do it, and it just comes to me now versus me having to go to him. And of course, I go to him with ideas also, but it's a relationship that's just a great relationship. It's a win-win, as we talked about before. And one of the things that we're working on right now with them is dealing with reputation. And a lot of people out there, you know, from a marketing standpoint, know about building reputation, but we're actually taking this a step further and marketing a positive reputation. So once we get that positive reputation, marketing and getting it out there using videos, and we've got a couple of different mediums that we have, and myself and my partner have put together a program that's just, it's going to take reputation marketing to a whole new level.
That's
Let
awesome.
me ask you this. How important is it to build that relationship with that client? Because I know you and Mr. X, we'll call him Mr. X, has had a great relationship for a while now. And how important is that when you're trying to work with someone side by side? Because it's like when you said, I mean, and we felt this before too, it's like you get a badge of honor when that client decides to come to you when other jokers try to come in and sidestep you, basically, you know, and they're like, tell me about this, because they came and they're trying to get me to pay this and that, you know. How important is that to get that relationship with that client like that?
Well, it's only important if you want repeat business.
I knew you was going to say that.
I love repeat business. You know, if you want to go out there, I mean, the cost of getting a new client, a new person to work with you is so great versus the cost of maintaining someone. I love repeat business. You know, I love the relationship that we have. I don't have to worry about, you know, seeing him in the local supermarket and hiding behind the end cap because what I did for him didn't work. I can keep my integrity. In fact, we just had a recent deal that we worked on that I needed bearings on my car, on my front tire. So we did a trade.
Awesome.
You know, worked out well for him, worked out well for me. You know, it's great.
Yeah.
Bill loves trading, right, Bill?
Say again?
You love trading.
Oh, I love trading. Yeah, it's like yeah, I just do. It's good. It's
Bill, I was
good.
actually telling Lemmy about this. I mean, we talk about businesses that are out there. I told him about this a couple of weeks ago, that I found an organization that acts as a trade facilitator amongst businesses.
Yeah.
And
What?
Barter big time, man. Yes.
so, for example, let's say you needed landscaping at your business, Bill,
Yeah.
and you had video marketing. Well, the trade works great if the landscaper needs video marketing. But what this organization does is they bring all the trades in, and you can trade your video marketing into the organization and get landscaping exchange. And the landscaping, he might need catering or something like that. So everything's facilitated, and they just act as a broker between the different trades.
What is this?
It's an organization that's a broker between trades, and that's how they make their money. They take a cut of each trade.
Dude, you need to PM me this. I want to see this thing. I heard about one of these before, a while ago, but they disappeared. So I don't.
I actually interviewed with this company a couple of years back, and it was kind of about an hour away, so it didn't make sense to do it from where I was located and where they were located. But just listening to it, I'm like, what a great idea.
That is a great idea. No, that's a really good idea.
I mean, you talk about the relationships that you have with businesses, and they just broker it all.
Well, because I found this one. There was one a while ago. I'm trying to remember what it was. Barter Quest. Did you ever see Barter Quest?
I haven't, but it's probably similar, I would assume.
It's a website, and what you could do is you could set up so, like, if you're a dentist and you need marketing, you can swap services on Barter Quest. The only thing is there's not a ton of people on it yet. And I started looking at this about maybe a year ago or so, and I ended up doing some trading with a guy for, I think it was a logo design for one of the projects I did. And he did the logo design, and I built him a Hangout, which, to him, and then I ranked it, and it ranked in, a week. But to me, that he was, over thrilled, and I got what I needed to. But it was really cool, and I actually met this other company. They were supposed to start in business January last year, but they still haven't even started. They're a luxury train company, and what they do is they bought all these old trains from back in the 60s, 50s, and they redid them into luxury carriages, and you can stay overnight in these things, and it goes and drops you off all around the country. It's pretty crazy how it works, but the biggest hub is actually in Texas, so...
Yeah, Bill, trades work well if you have that direct, I have what you need, and you have what I need. But, when you think about this, an organization that brings in, I have what you don't need, but you need something else, and now we can facilitate it between multiple organizations.
Yeah, I love that. That's a wonderful idea. Where's that at? By you, or is it a national?
I don't know if they're international, national, local, or whatever, but they're up in Toledo, and when I just interviewed them and talked with them, I'm like, this is a business that just makes so much sense to the small business owner.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So.
You guys are awesome.
Dude, that's so cool. Now I want to make sure you PM me. I want to talk about this afterwards.
Okay.
I want to see. I might start searching and see if there's one here too. So.
Nice.
I'm very happy to exchange. I love bartering.
Right, and it depends on what you do it for. I mean, if you get free food out of it, there's nothing wrong with that. Discount on good food, there's nothing wrong with that. Because I like my foods here in Dallas. I like, hey man, what you want? We got you. You got me, really? I'm about to bring a couple of friends with me. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm all right.
Hey, Lemmy, the other thing about these fundraising and the discount cards, you know what businesses I go after?
What's that?
Businesses that I like to go to.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Going back to relationship with your business owners, I think it's golden. I mean, it really is golden. I don't think most of you guys really understand how important that is because, I mean, if you watch the post I had in the Video Alpha group this past week about a certain client that I was going to go and raise the prices, well, come to find out, one of the companies they were working with, they just, and I thought this company was doing just fine for them, but I noticed with my analytics and statistics that they wasn't doing too well, and I mentioned this in a previous conversation like 5 months ago, and now I got to go back and say, I told you so. I'm not going to do that, though, but they're no longer helping that company. Now they're wanting us to take over certain things, so we've got to figure out how we're going to expand Danger Folly to do that. It's a lot. But from having that relationship with these guys and meeting them on a consistent basis, that allowed us to put us in position to get that reward, that honor, that badge, what I was talking about. So it's like they're telling us intimate stuff that's going on behind the doors with their business that we never seen before. Now we're getting exposed to it because the other group is out. So the goal there for me, for Kendi and I, is to take over what they were doing, plus get paid. See, I already spoke that to existence, first of all, and to get paid for what they were doing, plus what we're doing for them. So It's exciting times, but you must build a relationship with people, because if you don't, you're not going to have that repeat business. I mean, like Tom said, he loves repeat business. You know, I don't really want to go out and get new clients right now. Be honest with you, I don't. I'm trying to get rid of some right now. You know, I know that sounds crazy, but there's a certain time where you move in life, there's a shift, you're doing different things, you're like, I got to do this and that. Tom, let me ask you this, man. Are we going to talk a little bit about our special stuff? Anything?
Yeah, I think we can kind of touch base on that. I mean, I said a little bit about it, of the marketing of Reputation, you know,
right,
what we have there. Going back just a step, you know, before that though, Lem, you know, you talked about the relationships and going out and getting new clients. And you can go out and get new clients, and you can make a living doing that. But the attitude that I take is, I'm not going to go out and try and sell. I'm going to go out and make new friends. And if you go out and you make new friends, you make a lifetime. You know, forget about making a living. You know, make a lifetime, make friends, and, you know, maybe the time is right to help each other with the services that we have. Maybe it's not. But, you know, if you have them as a friend sometime in the future, that may end up coming about business. And even if it doesn't come about from a business sense, you've got a friend. You know,
right.
You like to have more friends, don't you, Lem?
Well, of course I do. Real quick, do you normally email people, or do you call them, or do you step into the business? What do you do? Because, you know, we all start and we all have our different ways. You know, I'm a cold caller. I'm a walk-in. I'm going to do all three regardless, but what do you do? I know the answer.
I like walking in. Again, I'll do all three, but I like walking in. There's so much junk in the email boxes nowadays that, you know, you send an email, it may not ever even be seen. You know, you have to worry about, did it go to spam? You know, phone. You know, go out and meet a friend. You know, be there, learn a little bit more about their business, and show a true interest in them, not for the sake of selling to them, but just showing a true interest in meeting them and getting a friend.
Right. And you see, one thing you notice about Tom and I, and Bill, I'm sorry, it doesn't include you, but Tom and I used to be a coach, let's put it that way, and Tom is a coach. You see, we have that coach mentality of doing something, being on our team, using teamwork, you know, and that's why I believe we are kind of, you know, got, you know, so close. So I think it makes sense that when you're out there talking to these people, you're not just trying to get your money from them, you're trying to actually build a relationship to be on their team, because we know how to coach people up. That's just what it is. And by him talking about walking into businesses, I know that might freaks most of you guys out, because you're like, why would you want to do that? You know? Yeah. But for us, it's kind of, yeah, Bill's like, yeah. But for us, it's kind of natural, you know? But Bill's the type of guy that will go to a meeting that is going to get introduced, and then that's when he turns it on, you know? He doesn't necessarily have to be there and like, hey, I want your business, you need this. He's kind of smart with you know, in the ways he does his business. But, you know, I will walk in. I don't care. I mean, wherever I go, I'm a walking billboard. Obviously, from looking at Tom, you can see wherever he goes, he's a walking billboard for his advertising company. So, you know.
The other thing that we get from a coaching standpoint, Lem, is that competitive drive.
Yep.
I mean, when I bring a client on board, you know, I want to win, and the way I win with my clients is by having them win. And when someone says no to me, it's like, okay, you're now going to lose.
I forgot that part about you. Oh my goodness. So in a small town of 35,000 people, and this would be me if I was still in Fort Smith, Arkansas, but I'm not. But to hear you working with the community and all that, there's no excuse for anyone, whoever they are in the world, to say, I can't go find anyone, because, I mean, here on Saturday Cup of Joe, we've given you, like, many ways to go out and market your business, and this fundraising idea seems so fantabulous. Can I put that in the dictionary?
You know, you just mentioned, you know, being from Arkansas. How come it's Arkansas, but it's Kansas?
You better stop. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right, what were you supposed to talk about? Some secret stuff we had going on?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the secret stuff.
All right, we have some secret stuff. We're not going to tell anything, Bill. Bill, you be quiet. He's just going to explain a little bit, all right?
All right. I won't say a word.
We actually, my partner and I, we've kind of come up and we've been working with some programmers, and we have this kind of probably about 99% done right now. We're getting ready to introduce this. I mentioned a little bit as far as marketing with Reputation. But what we actually have is a platform that is so multifaceted, it's unbelievable. It deals with display advertising on the internet. It deals with targeting on the internet. It deals with retargeting, where we could have our ads follow someone around. But I think the really powerful and most cool thing about what we have is now we're not simply displaying ads on the internet, but we're developing, we have it working where it's an interactive display ad on the internet.
Oh,
And
it is fabulous, let me tell you.
what it basically is a website in a display ad, and it brings that kind of power to your display ads. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, there's a term that most traffic experts will say, oh, you're going to get banner blindness, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's fine. But with this is going to capture the moment. It's going to literally grab you and say, look at me. That's what it's going to do. I like that. It's going to look at you and grab you.
That's awesome.
I know, Len, when I showed it to you, you were excited, and you showed it to Bill. Bill, what did you think when you saw this?
I was blown away. I really was, because there's not, like I said, there's not very much out there that I guess you could say functions correctly and does what it's actually supposed to do. And it does, which is,
Yes.
It's one of those things. It's just like, wow. When Lem showed me, I was just like, Tom made this? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, somebody's got a gold mine.
And like we said, Len, we're getting ready to introduce that, and probably within the next couple of weeks, I'd say we're going to have that, and people can be using that and put it in their tool bag. It's not a BB gun; it's a bazooka to have in your tool bag.
He said bazooka, not a BB gun.
Oh, wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness.
One of the other things that you can do with that there too is going back to our fundraising and our discounting and our coupon.
Right.
You can actually put a coupon on your ad that people have to share it on Twitter or Facebook in order to claim the coupon.
Yes, that's valuable. That is so valuable because
now you created a viral coupon.
Yep. And that's so important to do that. And I've seen a few guys try to do that. But the way this is used, I thought, oh, this is so smart. It just makes so sense to do this, I wish I could have, well, I'm going to have to keep that to myself. Right there.
I'll tell you, Len, we've actually, with my partner, he's a member of LinkedIn, and his groups that he has on LinkedIn are huge. He's in the top 5% of group size on LinkedIn. And we've showed it to some clients where we've done some samples, and they've been blown away by it. No one's had anything negative to say about what they've seen. So
right.
We're real excited.
There's no way, and the way this is set up, you're able to sell it to, you can give it to anyone. Those who do ads, those who are companies. I was, yeah. You know how excited I was. I was like, dude, man, so oh well. Cool. So, wow, that's interesting.
Sorry, guys, I'm hooked on this bartering thing. I started typing in stuff, and I'm blown away.
If you're doing a search, do a search on Trade in Toledo, and you'll probably see the company.
Trade in Toledo.
So
I think it's Trade First, maybe.
Oh yeah, I see.
Awesome.
Dude, that's sick. You're trading actively with these guys?
No, I interviewed with them a couple of years ago. That's how I found out about them.
Huh.
But as you mentioned it, that might be a good thing to...
I think you should. Well, I just found one here in Pittsburgh, and they do vacation, like they have 2,500 companies or something that participate, and you could get vacations to St. Croix. They trade everything.
Can you get that car, Bill?
The what?
The car?
Car.
Didn't you want to trade for a car?
Yeah, I still haven't done that yet. That's still one of my goals. But I see
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
but that's on this company's list. It says automobiles that they trade for.
Oh my God, I remember way back we were talking about bartering for like a car. Who's gonna be able to barter for a car? Bill's like, that's my goal.
That's still one of my goals is to barter for a car.
God, that was last year, man. Or no, when was that?
I think that's back when you did a backflip, Lem.
Backflip.
Here we go.
Oh my.
Here we go.
Dude, it's crazy. I totally forgot about the whole bartering industry. That's crazy. Man.
Yeah.
I need to go back into this again and look at this stuff.
Awesome.
Dude, these guys even have like hams and everything else you can barter. It's everything.
Food? So they have
food,
man.
Yeah, dude.
You have a whole Thanksgiving holiday meal bartering, man.
I
Trade
see
for a
that.
turducken.
Hey, is that video still up, Tom?
It's still up.
I was telling these guys I had a buddy named Tom in the group video a long time ago that you were ranking for a turducken somewhere, and I was like, this is nuts.
That's awesome.
How'd you get with that company who made that turducken?
Just did a search on it, and looking down there in the bayou, and kind of found them and went about that way.
That's
wow.
crazy. Turduckens.
Nuts.
All right. So how could we find you, Tom? If someone wants information from you, how could they find you? Because I'm going to put a link to your fundraising stuff actually at the bottom of our. Well, it'll be in his profile, his bio, inside of the Cup of Joe live, not live, but the Cup of Joe replay page, and you'll be able to see Tom, and you'll see links to his fundraising business and how to get information on that. But how else can they get you as far as emails or any website you want them to go to, Tom?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. My username is tom.piccirillo, PICCIRILLO. My best email to reach me at is tom@advantagemarketingservices.com. Like Lemmy said, that'll be in the links there on the Cup of Joe. The fundraising, we've actually put together a product for you that actually guide you through the whole discount fundraiser. It's one of those that there are some pitfalls there that if you don't know what to look at, and mistakes that I've made in the past that you definitely want to avoid. We also include our sourcing with that, where just simply by going through our sourcing, you'll save money, more money than what the program ends up costing to get you involved and give you the information there. It's an easy one, easy read. You could read it in a couple of hours, and if you had interest in being going forth in the fundraising business, you can be up and running. Talking to people later today. It's that informative. It'll hold your hand, walk you through the process. And what I'm going to do, Lem, also, obviously we talked about the discount card fundraiser. I've got my own fundraising website. It's fundraising-for charity.com. And if people end up going and let's say they talk to an organization doesn't want to do a discount card fundraiser, I've got probably 30 different other fundraisers, 50 different fundraisers there. So if an organization said, hey, we want to do a cookie dough fundraiser, if people have that, I'd be willing to offer them a revenue split that we can do it. We can run it through my company, and they just handle the sales side of it. So we'll open up the other products on fundraising to them also.
Awesome, awesome. And my lovely, awesome Rebecca also said you can go to Sorry to Cup of Joe /EP/17/Tom Piccirillo on our info page. I know you're not going to worry about it, but all you have to do is find it. You'll see Tom's info in there, and you'll see the post, which is awesome. She does such a great job. And if you guys, I'm sure all you guys know Rebecca Happy, give her some love. Say, hey, thank you for helping to make this show go so smooth. She's the one who helps you get the links out and the replays and all that stuff. She's the backbone of the Cup of Joe show. Couldn't do it without her. So, y'all, please fill her PMs up with thank yous. She's going to love
She's been on
that.
TV, Lem, hasn't she?
Yeah, Rebecca is all over. She is. You know what? Hold on here.
I thought I heard her mentioned on Duck Dynasty. Phil said, happy, happy, happy.
Well, she gonna give me all that. She's like, really, Lim? Really? Oh my goodness. Yes, she's probably getting that right now.
The other thing, Lem, in the fundraising document that we're putting the link on for there too. Like I said, there's that second business as far as printing that gives you the sourcing there too. So it's a second business in a box for you. People that are interested.
Right. Awesome. So keep in mind, guys, we'll have this stuff inside of the Cup of Joe page. Also, there'll be a link at the bottom of this to get the information from him if you need it, if you want it, to check it out. At the bottom of the hangout that we'll do, where we'll post on the replay later.
Hey, Len,
wow. Yes,
why
sir.
don't we have, if anyone's interested in the secret that we talked about there, why don't they send me an email at tom@advantagemarketingservices.com and just kind of put in the subject, tell me more about the secret.
Right. Because they love our secrets. Let me tell you. Bill and I go all crazy at our secrets.
This is one that I think, you two guys were blown away when you saw it, and I think they will be too.
Right, they will be. The secret. Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm trying to wait and see if she's going to come in for a second because I had questions for her. Because, come on, Rebecca, would you please come in the group for a second, please? Pretty please? Please? Alibaba, please? Oh my goodness! Wow, we're right at the top of the hour too, which is awesome. We're almost there. With giving us a little special time to shoot the stuff. Tom, you did a lot of. Did you do any reputation marketing before? I mean, in the middle, before, after the car dealer with Mr. X, or what? Did you ever do that with him?
We never did any reputation until I saw a product and kind of combined these things together, where we see the value of reputation. And I think reputation is just such a strong area to go into. Len, you mentioned it when you kind of.
Alibaba, please.
Len, what did you do when you went down to Memphis and you were on your trip there? As far as going to restaurants.
In Memphis, what did I do?
When you went to restaurants, how did you decide which restaurant you were going to?
Marketing before. Hold on, just a second. After the car dealer. I want you to mute your live version.
We never did any reputation.
I love Hangouts, man. I love them. Hold on, let me send this message to her. Oh my God! Yeah. My gosh. See, there's got to be a better platform out there. All right, sorry guys. All right.
So when you went to Memphis, what did you do as far as determining what restaurants you were going to go to?
I listened to the hype of the BS that people tell me to go here and there, and I was like, okay. And actually, I looked it up just to see because who had the best stars. I know where you were going with that, but we did. Bill did too. He looked every time we went somewhere. He was like, "Crap! They only have 2 stars. They have 3 stars. Whatever."
Lem, you're probably going to be upset with this, but I think Bill will appreciate it. John Sculley, the former CEO of Apple, just actually was on CNBC, and research has showed that people will listen more to what other people have to say about a product or service than they are the major advertising campaigns.
It's true. It is so true because before I go anywhere, I'll look at that, and I know it's dumb. Like, really, you're gonna look for reviews, but I need to because I want to make sure I'm hearing the truth from most people. And I've heard.
I was listening to the radio this morning, which was kind of interesting. It was Knobs for Cabinetry, a company there, and they were advertising on the radio. And what they ended up doing is they were just reading some of the comment cards about the business. So there you see the marketing of reputation again.
Awesome. All right, unmute yourself, Rebecca. Unmute. I muted your accident, so unmute yourself.
Okay.
There you are. Hey, lady.
I was on the Duck Dynasty. I didn't know anybody knew that.
That's awesome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying this. I'm a bit distracted, but I have to re-listen because I really like the win-win-win. Like the whole fundraising aspect where you build community, you build fundraising, and you build business just blows my mind, and it's really exciting when someone's come up with a solution to it.
Yeah, I knew you liked it. I knew you were like it because I thought, this is something you could probably do in your area, and you're good with talking with people, and you're always telling people what they can do to make their business better. And this could be something secretly that you could do to actually help them make money while you're making money at the same time, and they won't even think a thing about it. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
if you've got people that are afraid to cold call, you're going in with a service that you're giving away for free. There's no fear of rejection.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people in the not-for-profit sector in the city because I kind of work in that sector.
Perfect. See? It all works out. I love it. First of all, I wanted to let everybody know Rebecca helps get this show going. She gets on to me about links. Like, I should have links out by Tuesday, Wednesday, and we had a schedule going on. I've been so busy. She's like, links? You got links? Hello, Lim. But I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for getting this stuff going on. I mean, you do awesome work. Thank you so much. I love how you get all the replays. You actually put a lot of these things in playlists, and I'm like, I don't know how to do it. And I just know that you're awesome at it, and I really appreciate you. Bill and I are really just very thankful and grateful for you. So just want to let everyone know that you are the backbones of this Cup of Joe. They think it's just me. But it's you, I can come on and smile all day long, but until you turn the button on, I'm no good. Awesome. Anything exciting happening to you lately, Rebecca?
Well, no, my furnace broke and now it's working.
Your printer's broken and now it's working?
Our furnace.
Oh,
No.
furnace.
No,
Okay.
winter.
Is it cold? Oh, duh. You're in Canada, right?
It wasn't that cold, but it was cold in the house. But I'm glad it wasn't like -30. It was only -5.
Wow. Awesome.
That's
All right.
Celsius, Len.
Yeah, I know. Anyway. So, once again, everyone, Tom, give us that email address you gave him, or PM and all that, where we can contact you again.
It's Tom at AdvantageMarketingServices.com. Any of you that I actually looked at my phone there and had a couple of friend requests of friends of yours, Lem.
I see them.
You've got friends of Lem.
Right.
Send them. You
Friends
can send
of
them that
Lem.
way too.
It's
Tell me
on,
when he
it's,
sent
on,
you.
it's on the website, eh? Like that, the email address is there. The one for fundraising isn't, but if you want to put that in the link, I'll put it in. But your email and your LinkedIn and your Facebook links are all on the post where they'll find the replay for this hangout.
The Advantage Marketing Services comes to me. That's fine. I mean, the fundraising link, it's just fundraising-4, and that's FOR-charity.com. If you want to use my fundraising email, it's Tom at fundraising-4-charity.com. Either way, they all get to me.
And I'm sending that to you now, Rebecca. Boom.
Okay.
Technology is great when it works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tom, thank you for coming on, buddy. It's always a treat to bring our friends on, and because we have people that they haven't really seen yet, and then we bring y'all out of the blue, and they're like, where do they get these people? I'm trying to tell you, we started with a great bunch of people. I mean, these guys are amazing. And it just blows my mind with the ideas that comes up. I mean, we haven't even covered half of the stuff that he knows.
Not at all.
Not at all. Just a small portion. So, Tom, once again, thanks. And, of course, I'll be talking to you real soon. Rebecca, thanks you for coming on. Bill.
See
Dude,
ya.
I looked at our messages just the other day. We had almost close to 6,000 messages within almost a month. I was like, are you kidding me?
Man. That's crazy.
Crazy. It is crazy. But anyway, thank you guys for coming on the Saturday Cup of Joe. You can also go to the live play page and see the replay for the week. We'll have a guest coming up next week. Rebecca, who we have coming on next week?
Andre.
Okay, cool.
Andre's coming on next week. You guys got it. See? She is on it. Awesome. All right, so we have Andre from the group coming on. Once again, check out Tom's replay. Check out his information on his bio and on our page. And guys, we'll talk to you later. Tom, thanks, man. Y'all have a great day.
See you guys.
Nice.